Hello guys, welcome again. So let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's see what is actually happening right now in the markets. So as you can see here, Bitcoin is in 1 day chart. Actually, it is very interesting because this is actually is looking good. It's looking good. It's about the MA55, right? It's still about the MA55. I'm still looking for this area to be tested around 100k. Around here, that is the area. Actually, I'm waiting, still waiting. In my case, I'm in short around $110,000 right now. I am a swing short position, looking for a weekly chart sell signal. That is the technical analysis, of course, in the long term. But right now here, as you can see, Bitcoin is holding here. This area is holding here, and the next major move is coming actually maybe next week. Why? Because volatility is extremely low, as you can see in this time frame. So what I'm expecting right now is, as long as Bitcoin is around above $100,000, 102, 103, everything should be fine, at least to in the short term. Maybe potentially another bounce, potentially yes. But if we see this bounce, let me be very clear. I am not going to open longs here because it's very risky for me, at least very risky. The reason is simple, is because I know what is happening right now in weekly chart. Bitcoin is forming exactly the same setup as 2021. So actually I'm looking for adding more to my shorts. Yeah. So if I see this bounce, yes, of course, I will add more to my shorts, looking for a major crash this year. Actually, not maybe. I need to be very clear. This is in the long term, of course, right? In the short term, I mean midterm, in the next 10 days, Bitcoin is in sideways, looking for $102,000. If we see the buy signal here in 1 day chart, something like this, right? Something like this, and Bitcoin is above the MA55. Of course, I'm gonna start looking for another bounce. Okay, but of course we have to wait. We have to wait, right? We have to wait. And let me see for our chart. For our chart, as you can see here, for our chart, Bitcoin is actually holding. Volatility is very low. So in the short term, right, potentially we could see a buy signal here, maybe this weekend. And if we see this buy signal, potentially we could see this bounce. Actually, this one, this in 4 hour chart, it could be actually the trigger for this potential bounce. So that's why in the short term, of course, I am bullish. I am bullish, looking for more upside. Yeah, actually, yes, I am looking for this bounce. So now the question is, if what I mean, what is next? I mean, after we see, imagine we have this bounce, whatever happens to Bitcoin right now is a sell signal, is a sell opportunity, at least for me. If we see, for example, 5-day chart here, there is a major bearish divergence here, and forming from this point and this point, and also this point and this point. I can tell you right now, in the following, I mean, the rest of the year, Q2 and Q3, no, Q3 and Q4, Bitcoin is just gonna crash. That's all. It's very simple, very straightforward. And why? Because I explained this many times, right? We have exactly the same setup as 2021. Of course, this month I am still bullish, looking for maybe sideways bounce, but overall, the rest of the year is gonna be just red. That's the reason why many altcoins, they are not following Bitcoin. Actually, as you can see, for example, XRP, Solana, instead of bouncing here because new all-time high, instead of pumping more, actually they are crashing right now. They got rejected. Why? Because this is a bull trap. This is a bull trap, of course. I don't care the news, right? I don't follow the news. Just I'm telling you the facts in the chart. So we have here a better divergence forming right now in 5-day chart, and also here. So that's why we have to be careful here. And also the monthly chart is still the same since December, January. We got this sell signal. So looking for a major actually drop. The first target should be around 50k. Of course, all the year, right? It's not tomorrow, right? It's gonna take time. So what I'm doing right now is just let me explain. In the long term, I am in short, right? I am in short. You are following my Discord. You are supporting my Discord and also my Patreon. I am posting actually private technical analysis. All the positions I'm taking for the stock market and crypto, of course, and Bitcoin as well. I am not buying altcoins. I will not buy altcoins. Maybe next year I will do that, of course, and I will keep posting there. And 2 or 3 times per week, I am posting my positions there. So now let's continue with USD dominance. As you can see here, USD dominance, we have this sell signal very soon. Potentially is getting ready for another bounce, another drop actually, looking for maybe 4%. Potentially yes, actually yes. Volatility is very low. So I can tell you right now, potentially next week, we will see a bounce here. Potentially bounce for Bitcoin. Another test for USD dominance around 4%. And from there, we will see a major bounce for this asset. And let me show you here. My biggest concern right now for this asset is bi-monthly. As you can see here, by July, I think, July, I think we will see the buy signal here. And Bitcoin to zero. Bitcoin is going to zero. I can tell you right now, there is a very high probability we are just around the corner with the bear market. I am like, when I saw this, for example, right now, if you see bi-monthly here, it's very interesting, right? Because in this time frame, there is no correction since 2022. No correction, you see? No correction. Nothing. We have almost 3 years without any correction in higher time frames. So I think it's time. It's time, I think. So, of course, I am showing you just the facts in the chart, right? It's not like if just I believe, right? Or maybe Donald Trump, whatever. I don't care the news. I told you many times. Just I'm telling you the facts in the chart right now. So what I'm doing right now? Well, I am looking for this major crash this year, of course. And I'll tell you why. Now let's continue with the Bitcoin dominance, because now, of course, I'm gonna start looking for to buy, altcoins, right? As I said before, if you are on my Discord and you want to support me on Patreon, I'm gonna post in my Patreon all the altcoins, the positions, right? I am sharing there in the long term for the stock market and Bitcoin as well, and also altcoins very soon. Maybe by the end of the year, potentially I will do that. I'm still thinking, but remember, this technical analysis is not new. It's from 2022, remember? I said, hey, this is just, we have a buy signal here, looking for first target is 50%, and continuation looking for 70%. So right now here is 65%. Technically speaking, we are still in a Bitcoin season. And also, it doesn't matter if the Bitcoin dominance crash, because if it's crashing, but Bitcoin is crashing, the altcoins will crash even more. So that's why you want to see, if you are bullish, you are thinking to buy altcoins, same as me, we want to see something like this bounce, and here sideways for maybe 6 months. I'm hoping something like this, price action something like 2019, something like that, and this period is going to be the period for accumulation for what? Altcoins. Yeah, potentially when Bitcoin is around here, 2026, 2027, we can start thinking to buy Bitcoin again, because I'm hoping to, well, technically speaking, there is a high probability to see Bitcoin maybe 70% down. So as you can see also here, Bitcoin dominance is forming a range, and actually it's very obvious, right? Here 2020, 2021, the top, bottom here 2022, and right now here 70% again is going to be tested very soon. Another maybe 6 months, 7 months, maybe all 2026 potentially, and after that another test to 40%. So actually it's very easy. It's not difficult. If you're patient, enough and you're waiting, I think it's going to be worth it. Now, let's continue with some altcoins. I'm going to continue with Ethereum because, well, Ethereum, right? Ethereum is very important. This is technical analysis in weekly chart. Let me show you here. I will not change this technical analysis in long time. Yeah, I'm looking for downside. And why? Because, well, the time Ethereum, of course, we got a very nice round here from 1,500. My target actually was this area, and the second is 1,000. And here we got the buy signal, nice bounce here without volume, right? There is no volume, very sad, right? And also we will see a sell signal maybe by the end of June or July. So I am not a financial advisor, right? But June, July is gonna be the last chance to get out of the markets, at least in my opinion. Specifically for Bitcoin and altcoins. So that is actually what I did. I sold, in this case, for example, Solana. I bought Solana 120. I sold Solana around 175, 78, around there. And that's all. That is the only thing I did. I follow just my system of trading, and that's all. So as you can see here, Ethereum, no, it's not gonna hit 10K. Sorry. At least not this year. Not 5,000. No. Seriously, I'm getting tired of X, like these crypto YouTubers, or sorry, influencers calling for just stupid targets just to get people like they cannot think, right? But never mind. I said many times, we need them because suddenly crypto Twitter people there, they become so smart, we will not be able to make money. So that's why I'm very happy to see that kind of people there, because we need to sell to someone, right? So right now here, as you can see here, this is my technical analysis, and I will not change this technical analysis in long time. Okay, so in the monthly, let me show you here Ethereum. Ethereum right now, the good news here is, if we see here this potential buy signal forming here, but it's gonna take long time. So the last buy signal here, the confirmation we got here was after 7 months, around 7 months. So the best scenario for Ethereum is holding for 7 months. I mean, the rest of the year, the MA55. But if Bitcoin is crashing in that moment, I don't think so. I think the MA55 is not gonna hold, and we will see a major drop to 1,000. And who knows, potentially there, I don't know, because below 1,000 there is no support, there is nothing to help Ethereum, and we could see targets of prices of 2019. It's possible, yeah, it's possible. The probability is not very good right now. I need to see confirmation from Bitcoin first. I need to see Bitcoin actually pumping, and after that, dropping, and after that, maybe potentially we can start talking about it. But for now, in weekly chart, I told you it's testing the MA55. There is no other technical analysis for me, at least for me. This is like this. That's all. Last month, the last hope for Bitcoin and all the altcoins and the crypto space is this month, plus maybe first 2 weeks of July, but that's all. After that, game over, and we will see, of course, technically speaking, a major crash for all the market for crypto, right? Now, let's continue with Solana. Solana, as you can see here, is more obvious, right? Solana is getting rejected. Not rejected, it's still, but closing below 150, same thing, looking for 100 in the next 3-4 months, maybe by September, something like that. And also, I don't think this level is going to hold anymore. I think we could see Solana around 45, 50. That is actually this is a target. I'm looking for this target since long time ago, since I think 1 year ago. So I'm looking for this target, or 2 years. But you know what? I am very patient, very patient. So that's why I am just waiting. Yeah, but don't get me wrong. If I see Solana here, or Solana somehow is holding for maybe 7 months this area, and I see another buy signal here, plus Bitcoin with another buy signal here, potentially, yes, I will be happy to buy Solana at 150, only if I see the signals, right, in the next maybe 6-7 months. Now, let's continue with more. I'm gonna talk about XRP. Let me show you here XRP. XRP right now here in weekly chart is not doing very well. Actually, for me, it's kind of wasting time here, and volatility is very low. And also, let me show you here the monthly. The monthly is very bad, very bad. Well, the last chance for when I saw the buy signal for XRP here, I said, well, at least testing the previous high, I mean $3, it could be possible. But no. Looks like XRP is weak right now, and it's just this month is the last month for all the market. As you can see here, we will see a sell signal very soon this month or maximum next month in monthly, and of course you will see. I'm expecting to see XRP in the next 6 months around there, maybe 70.70, 0.60 again. So let me continue. I'm gonna continue with Link. As you can see here, is just in sideways. About to settle line here, but it's gonna take some time, at least 6 months more in monthly chart here. Same as other altcoins, very weak. Even with the buy signal here, is getting rejected by the weekly chart, ME55. Of course, there is no confirmation. We have to wait for maybe $14 to. I mean, if we see below Link below $14, yes, we can expect 10, and of course, the next target is gonna be 5. So that's why, I mean, just get ready, okay? I am very happy, very happy, because every time when the market is about to crash like this, I am so happy looking for actually major opportunities. Yeah, major opportunities. People want to buy the hype. In my case, that is the worst timing to buy. The best time to buy is when actually everything is red, right? When everything is already, it's very cheap, right? That's the point. Okay, now let's continue. I'm gonna continue with Cardano. Let me show you Cardano here. Same thing, very weak, very weak here. We have a buy signal here. I was expecting maybe at least $1 again, but no, not this time. It's just technically, it's very weak. So let me see the monthly here. Monthly sell signal here, looking for 0.50. Yes, 0.50. If this level breaks, another leg down to 0.30 cents. We have this very strong support here. I said many times, if Cardano breaks this support, game over, and you will see 0.10. Yeah, but well, fair enough. It's holding, right? So it's holding for now. Okay, now let's continue with the stock market. I'm gonna continue with the stock market. Let me see the comments. The Nasdaq, yes, the Nasdaq, and weekly and monthly, and Pepsi, no problem. Let me start with the SP 500. Let me show you here. As expected here, this bounce here, yeah, remember, that's why I don't short the stock market. I am looking for pullbacks, that's all, right? Looking for pullbacks because the stock market, you see, yeah, we will see a new all-time high here. New all-time high is very obvious here. Not an all-time high, but this time without volume. So there is a probability this all-time high is gonna be a bull trap, because this time there is no volume here. Yeah, but we will see a new all-time high here. Let me see one day chart. Yes, we will see another bounce here, looking for maybe 6,000 new all-time high, maybe 6,200, 300 around there. Potentially, yes. Now let's continue with the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq, yeah, even much better here. I was wrong here. I was looking for sideways, right? Bounce. Sideways a bounce, right? Okay. As you can see here, it's a bounce. New all-time high is coming. New all-time high. So that's why I am looking for this bounce, yeah, without volume. So technically speaking, it should be a bull trap, of course, in the long term, right? So, well, as you can see, my technical analysis is working here. Perfect. Now let's continue with Pepsi. Pepsi, wow. Okay, Pepsi. Okay, weekly chart. Let me see. Wow, it's looking very bad. So let me see the monthly. Monthly, wow. Okay, this is very interesting. Is the last time when we saw this drop was in 2009. Let me see. From the top, 45%. Okay. In 2008, 2009 was even worse. Let me see higher time frames by monthly. Okay, interesting. Okay, so as you can see here, this is a shitcoin. Yeah, so don't short. I am a financial advisor, but here, my friend, here is the time to buy. Here, just follow the trend, and the trend is your friend. Here, and here again. You see, last time to buy, last time was 5 years ago. The buy opportunity is there. Of course, we are very formal, right, with my system. Let me check here if we have a signal here. Not yet. I will suggest wait wait for at least a weekly buy signal. Let me see. We have a bullish divergence forming here. Wait for the confirmation. Maybe you can go to one day chart. One day chart. If we have a buy signal, this is not a signal because it's almost the time is over. Potentially something like this, right? In the next buy signal in one day chart is the time to actually start looking for a long position or investment, right? Because it's in the higher time frames. So we will, as long as there is actually very high probability to see a bullish divergence here, right? So I am bullish here. I am bullish here from this point and this point and this point and this point. Of course, is like this, right? Target around 155 plus, technically speaking, in my monthly that's in the MA55, so it's very strong support. So looking for 155 should be the target, and potentially from there a recovery. The only thing is a little bit concerning for me is there is no volume here to support this move. So that's why in my case, right, I like to wait for confirmations. Okay, so now let's continue. Let's continue with BABA. BABA, as you can see here, same technical analysis here. Same technical analysis. Here, I am looking for a sell signal, looking for another test to 78 in the long term. Of course, we have a better divergence in volume. Actually, we have a better divergence here. Beautiful better divergence from this point, and also in volume, and here and here. You see, we have this setup. Let me see the weekly chart. Weekly chart here. Yeah, we have a. Actually, it's doing very well. I mean, like, it's in monthly, it's not looking good, but it's holding the MA55. So what I'm expecting to see in the following months is just sideways here, sideways, and in the moment when you see the price below the MA55 and closing below there, yes, the next target should be 75. Yeah, but I am not bullish anymore here in the long term. Yeah, in the long term, I am not bullish here. Okay, now let's continue with which one? Nike is one of the coins, the stock. Actually, I shared my technical analysis in like deeper, like with more details. The only thing I can tell you about this is you have a buy signal in the monthly with the bullish divergence, right? So technically speaking, you're willing to wait, right? Yes, you manage your risk. Technically speaking, it should be to the upside. Now let's continue with Nokia. Well, testing here the previous high. Let's talk about gold. Gold, bullish. Oh wow. Okay, let me see here. Okay, we will see a correction very soon for gold. My target hit 3,400. Yeah, is this pumping? And yeah, this is gonna take some years. I think maybe. Thursday, June 5th, 2025. Here's a snapshot of gold prices and. Sorry, my AI is talking. Okay, so now let's continue here. We have here the sell signal in monthly, weekly chart here, in weekly chart. So looking for another bounce here. Let me see, one day chart. Yes, looking for maybe 2,400, maybe new all-time high again. This thing is trending. It's trending to the upside. It's very strong. But bad signal for the market, actually. Usually when the gold is super bullish, the market is not very good. Well, let's see. Okay, Netflix. Let's talk about Netflix. Netflix new all-time high here. Yeah. It's obvious here. Looking for the better divergence maybe in the following months. Yeah. Let's talk about Nvidia. Let me see. Nvidia. We have here, we will see as a signal very soon, maybe in July, June, July. Testing the previous high as expected. And well, yeah. So let's see the monthly here. The monthly, I am looking for another test of the MA55 in maybe in a couple of years. Yeah. And after that, I will be very, very happy to buy. Let's talk about Tesla. As you can see here, that's why I don't short the market. You see, my target hit. Yeah, I am not super good trader, but at least I have some experience, right? So that's the point. You see, I said here, hey, we have a buy signal here. Careful here. You're thinking maybe it's going to zero. No, no. We have a buy signal here. Now we have the result here. This is the area to actually start closing positions, at least in my opinion, right? Okay, now let's continue. Let's continue with more. Let me see the comments. I think that's all. Okay, perfect. So let's see if maybe we can talk about Google. Yep, bouncing here. Buy signal is present here. Meta, same thing. You see bouncing here, looking for a new all-time high, potentially, yes. New all-time high. Let's continue with Apple. Apple, buy signal here, confirmation. Actually, it's a nice place here for me, at least. Looking for maybe 245, potentially there. Ferrari, let's see Ferrari. We have something special here. No. It's in sideways here. I think, well, that's all guys. I think that's all. Let me see here. Bitcoin, if it's moving, remember, recap for Bitcoin. In the short term, I'm bullish. In the short term, right? For this weekend, I am bullish as long as Bitcoin is above $103,000. I am bullish, looking for 107, 108, and potentially we could see a buy signal next week. And if we see this signal, another test to maybe 110, potentially yes. In my case, in the short term, mid-term, I am bullish. This is the last month I am actually bullish for Bitcoin this year. I'm looking for a major sell signal in 2025. In July, next month potentially, or by the end of this month. And I am telling you right now, I am calling right now. Yes, I am calling for the next bear market. Yeah, usually I don't do this, but yeah, when I see this kind of setups, I never had a fake sell signal here with my system. So I'm pretty sure here there is a very, very high probability Bitcoin and the crypto market in the following months after July will crash very, very, very hard. Of course, be happy, because if I am right, we will have a major opportunity, massive opportunity to buy everything super cheap. Okay guys, thank you for watching and see you in the next live stream.